Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the Roll20 API scripts I can't live without. Let's start off with the Aura Tint Health Colors API script. So you start off by dragging a token onto the map. I'm choosing an NPC here. I have to make sure that it has vision, and I'm giving it night vision as well, like that. And I have to make sure both boxes are filled in with the stats for it to work correctly. So now I'm going to exit the game. Go into settings, API scripts. Search in here for Aura, and then just click on the first one that comes in there. Click on the add script. And then launch back into the game. Right, so you've got a new menu now appear, and it's just a case of toggling on the NPC, show NPC health if it isn't already switched on by default. So now whenever you drag in NPCs or PCs, this should now appear. We go into the next script, which is the Door Knockers API script. So again, we'll exit the game. Go into settings, and then it's API scripts, and you're just searching for door knocker. Go down to add script, and then you're launching the game again. So I'm going to start by drawing the walls in the dynamic lighting layer, and all I'm doing is I'm left clicking to start the line, right, and then left clicking to stop the line, and then it's a right click to close the line. If you didn't right click, it will just, every time you left click, it will just continue drawing. So you need to tell it when to stop. So we'll quickly speed through this, and then we'll get back to you. Right, that is now done. What I'll now do is I will create a cheat sheet for the door knockers in order to turn the wall colours into the correct colour that corresponds to this API. So we'll add a new handout called door knocker shortcuts. And then the description and notes tab, I'm going to paste in this information. So the one that we're looking for just now is the knock adapt wall. So we'll open the door knocker token, go into settings, where the instructions actually is, and then it's for the walls, it's that blue colour. So, and it's actually quite simple that it does it like this. So you can make the things, the doors and the walls any colour you like, and then just by typing in this code, so you select one part of the wall, open up the door knocker shortcuts, and I'm just going to copy and paste that into the chart window, and then it'll automatically change the walls to the correct colour. There you go, it's automatically changed them to the correct colour. So next up, I'm going to draw in some doors. So all I did there to minimise the door knocker shortcut handout is I just double clicked in the heading of the handout, and that shrinks it there into the screen, as you can see. See, this is quite a tedious process. Obviously when you see me building the walls, I sped up the video. This is at normal speed. Right, so all these doorways are unlocked. The double doorway going into the hallway for the bedrooms, I will make that a locked doorway. So we're going to select one of the unlocked doors, open the door knocker shortcuts, and it is unlocked. It's unlocked. So that just needs to get copied and pasted in the chat window, and you see it will automatically change them to the correct colour. That's that done. I'm going to double click there to minimise it. And I'm going to draw this locked doorway here. So I'm going to select it. And it's a adapt door or a locked door. And as you can see, it's changed. And it's just a case of finishing off the doors for the barn. These are all going to be unlocked. You really see how this speeds up interaction with the characters. Like once they do the rolls, it just saves you having to change layers and then move doorways and then go back into this, when you could just create this macro. So once the player tokens walks up to where a doorway is, if they pass a check, it's just a case of pushing one button and then they can walk through. So I'm just putting in the shortcut again there to change them. So that's what it looks like when the light's blocked. You're going to go into attribute settings, and where it says toggle doors, you want to put that to showing the macro bar. So as you can see, the token goes in front of the doorway, and one click unlocks it, and then stand next to it, you can click again to lock it again. So one click unlock, one click lock. So the next API script we're going to show you is token name number. Now this is used for you being able to drag in multiple instances of an NPC token, and it automatically numbers it for you. So again, we're going to go into API scripts, and you're going to look for token name number, and hit add script. And then you need to copy that %sign numbered %sign, and once that's saved, we'll go back into the game. So you hit in the cog there, and where it says name, you put %sign number, %sign. Make sure HP is switched off, and then hit save changes. You're going to go into the token, the sheet, and then you just have to delete the token and then resave the token, and that should be perfect now. So you'll remove that and then drag them off, and as you can see, they're slowly getting numbered. Now the reason you have to take away the HP is if you left that on, it would number each token, but as soon as one token took any sort of damage, it would automatically apply the damage to every single instance, and obviously you don't want that. You only want it to apply to one instance at a time. And sometimes here the NPCs aren't set up correctly, so the AC has come under like the PC AC instead of NPC AC, and that's why I had to change it there. So even though it's automatically numbered that there, you're still better to go and edit the token, remove default token, and then select it again. And that stops any issues from happening. So I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to drag over multiple instances of the token. And to prove that the damage only gets applied to one token, I'm going to take some off. So click on the token, go into the green circle there, and minus 90, enter, and you see it takes the damage off it, and then you just put plus any number in there in return, and it puts it back up again if you make mistakes. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next script. So this time it's spawn default token, and this is used. All you do is you drag one instance of a token onto the canvas, and it will spawn the party. So instead of you having to drag every single member off, you can do it as like one action. Go back into API scripts again, and then you're installing spawn default token. And then launch the game again once it's restarted and no errors are shown in the output script. Output console, I mean. So I'm going to use Roll20 here and drag that onto the canvas, and that will be our token for this spawn action. So you're going to create a new character sheet, and then you're going to name it spawn minus group. Click on the use select token and make sure it can be edited by whoever the DM is. And then in attributes here, you're going to use as actually showing macro bar, and then hit the edit button. Name it spawn minus group, and then we're going to paste in this script below. I will leave this in the description settings for this video for you to quickly get access to it, and you just need to change those to names, so whatever PC characters you want to spawn in. So I've only got 4 and there's room there for 7, so I will be deleting the last 3. So first of all it's Sid Longhorn, and then it's going to be Daver, Zana, and then it's Pilgrim Offroon. So that has to be the exact name that you have for your character. If your name was like Sid Longhorn, you couldn't just put Sid in, it has to be his full name. And then I'm just going to delete the rest here. Below the closing curly brackets, click on the tick, and then close this window out. So I need to double click on that again, make sure I select spawn group, and hit save settings, and then I need to open up the character sheet again, go into edit, remove the default token, and then use select the token, hit save changes, and that should be perfect now. So hit the spawn group button, and you see everybody's spawned in. Perfect. Next script is going to be group initiative. So you exit the game again, go to the in settings, API scripts, and then it's just group initiative you're looking for. Add script, and then we're going to be creating a macro from this. So it's just that group minus init. Copy that, and then go back into the game. So go over to the 3 lines, and then add under macros, and then you're just going to call that group init. Always best that you don't put any spaces in. If you need a space, put a minus in, and then you put space in that code, save changes, and you need to use show in bar. So select everybody actually bring up our initiative counter first. Select everybody, then group init, and as you see, every token you select, it automatically gets an initiative rolled from them. The next script to show you is called turn marker, and this puts a little icon on the timeline there underneath all your characters to show you exactly whose turn it is. So we're going to the settings, API scripts, and it's turn marker 1. You select turn marker 1, add script. Launch the game, and you can see there in the chat there is a button on the right hand side. I think it says EDT, and you just push that and it goes right next to the next person that needs to be in turn order. Quite smart, and as you can imagine, I've had times in the past where the groups came across 30 enemies all at once. So especially when you have a big map, it becomes quite difficult to see the number in the name bar of your token. So this really helps speed up combat. So I forgot to delete that token there for spawning them in, but it's easy, you just remove it, but you're not going to need that anymore. And it's been removed from the turn order, and there you go, that's its advancing on. So that's turn order 1. Turn marker 1, sorry. Then you've got token action maker. So I'm going to double click on David, bring up his character sheet, and this is how you traditionally do rolls on Roll20. And you click on there, submit that, and then you see he's done a re-roll. And then you just double click on the bar there and it closes it, and then double click on the bar and it opens it. You can imagine that can become quite tedious. So what we're going to do is we're going to put actions up there in the top bar. So all you have to do is click on your token and then hit a wee shortcut. So it's token action maker I'm looking for. Save the script. And then launch back into the game. Select all the tokens, and then in the chart bar you're typing in !PA return. And that makes token actions for every character. So you go click on David, and then up there above there you can see I can easily click on any of these actions. Got throw a javelin, and there you go, much quicker than going into the character sheet. And there's one for Sid. Uses flame tongue sword, automatically rolls it. So that is so much easier than having to shift double click to bring up your character sheet and keeping having to minimise it, because you could end up losing it on the screen as well, I find, through playing and experience. So that's that one then, that's the token actions. And I'm just showing you as well, we hadn't actually cleared the turn order there, so you can still keep going through the turn order. So the next one is group check and apply damage. So this group check is for doing saving throws. So we're going to go into the API script, and then regardless of whether you pass or fail the saving throw, you could then apply damage at the end, be it half damage or no damage or full damage. So you just install group check. So we're at the script. Then it's showing no errors. So we're then going to go to this web page. I'll leave a link in the description. And you're going to click on the button that says raw. And then you're going to copy all this text. go back to Roll20, you click on the new script button, right next to group check, paste that in, and then it's apply damage with no spaces. Save script. And then it's just a case of making further token macros. So we're going to launch back into the game. And there's my wee cheat sheet here, and this one, first of all, is for the group check. So copy and paste that. This will be in the description. Go over and make a new macro. This is group check. Paste that in. Let's save changes. And then show it in the bar. And then that's another macro. This is apply damage. And I've got another wee cheat sheet for you. And you copy and paste that. This will be in the description as well. Let's save changes. You don't have to put that one in the in bar section, because you're just using the group check and tied in with the apply damage, and that's what allows this to apply damage at the end. Without the apply damage, you wouldn't get the option to apply damage after the check. So it's just basically pushing the apply damage button there, and you can see the ones that failed have automatically had their damage applied, which again will really speed things up in combat. Well, that's all the API scripts on Roll20 that I can't live without. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and a subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.